The heavyweight division is stuck in limbo, and two hungry fighters are about to explode the entire waiting game wide open. While boxing's elite heavyweights sit around twiddling their thumbs, waiting for an injured Oleksandr Usyk to decide their fates, Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley have chosen a different path entirely. These two warriors are set to collide on October 25th at London's iconic O2 Arena. And here's the kicker. Whoever emerges victorious will likely earn the right to challenge the undisputed champion next. But here's where it gets controversial. Should fighters really have to risk everything while champions recover from injuries? Wardley, the 30-year-old British powerhouse, didn't hesitate for even a moment when the opportunity to face Parker presented itself. While others might play it safe and wait for guaranteed title shots, this WBA-ranked contender decided to take the ultimate gamble against New Zealand's former world champion. There wasn't much to think about, really, Wardley explained during his conversation with BBC Sport. I genuinely believe I belong in discussions alongside the division's elite fighters. Maybe the general public needs to see proof of that claim. Well, what more convincing evidence could there be than defeating the world's second-ranked heavyweight in Joseph Parker? The two heavyweight contenders came face-to-face during Thursday's inaugural press conference in London, though the atmosphere remained surprisingly civilized despite the usual theatrical promises of destruction and decisive finishes that typically accompany such events. Parker, now 33 years old, has transformed himself from a beloved fan favorite into a legitimate title contender through a remarkable recent streak. His impressive victories over former WBC champion Deontay Wilder, the dangerous Zhilei Zhang, and the formidable Martin Bakole have repositioned him as one of the division's most dangerous operators. This exceptional run of form was supposed to culminate in a world championship opportunity, but fate had other plans. A scheduled February encounter with then IBF title holder Daniel Dubois was dramatically canceled just days before the fighters were due to enter the ring. As the WBO's current interim champion, Parker then found himself in line for a shot at Usyk's crown, only to watch that opportunity slip away when the Ukrainian sustained an injury. The WBO has now granted Usyk a 90-day medical exemption to finalize terms with Parker, which means we might not know whether the undisputed champion will defend or relinquish his WBO belt until December arrives. And this is the part most people miss. There's a genuine possibility that Usyk might simply vacate his title before that deadline. But this marks the second consecutive time Parker has seen a world title opportunity postponed through circumstances beyond his control. As a professional fighter, all you truly want is the chance to compete, Parker reflected on the mounting frustration. Every single bout carries inherent risks, but at this particular moment, I'm taking an enormous gamble. There's so much at stake for me to lose. I refuse to sit around indefinitely waiting for Usyk's return. I need to stay active and maintain a busy fighting schedule. The entire heavyweight landscape is essentially frozen, with everyone just waiting to see when Usyk will be medically cleared to compete again. For Wardley, however, the potential elevation of their contest to official world title status doesn't alter his approach whatsoever. The knockout specialist understands that victory over Parker would automatically position him as the next mandatory challenger, completing what would represent a truly extraordinary ascent to world-class status for someone who began his journey in white-collar boxing circles. This already carries world championship significance, Wardley declared with unwavering confidence. Whether there's an actual belt hanging in the balance or not, this represents the most significant examination of my abilities to date. This is my personal world title fight, and we all understand what opportunities await the victor. But here's where Wardley gets really bold. I simply cannot envision this contest reaching the final bell. One way or another. Someone is going to sleep. My track record speaks for itself. I've consistently found methods to secure victory. Everyone knows about the devastating right hand I can unleash at any given moment. Whether it connects in the opening round or the 12th, it's going to find its target eventually. Here's the million-dollar question that's dividing boxing fans everywhere. Is Parker making a massive mistake by risking his position for immediate action? What do you think? Should fighters be forced to wait indefinitely for injured champions, or is immediate action always the smarter play? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Parker's experience or Team Wardley's rising power?